Our Stark State College camera down in Akron, you can certainly see that we have a couple breaks in those clouds. They're trying their best to break apart a little bit more to some of that sun, but give it a little bit of time. It'll probably be the later part of this afternoon that we finally start to see just a little bit more of that sunshine working back in. But no, even if we do work in the sunshine, temperatures are going to stay a little bit cooler today. We'll take a more seasonable turn through the end of the work week and enjoying a bit more of that sunshine as well through Friday. But this will come to a close as we look ahead to the weekend, because we are tracking another opportunity for some rain as we get into your Saturday. Now, good news is, at least as of right now, things are trending dry still for your Sunday, so shouldn't have too many issues there with your Easter weekend. We'll talk more about that coming up. There's your winds coming in out of the west. Not nearly as gusty as where we were yesterday. Sure, a little breezy as you get closer to the lakeshore and some of our western communities, but this is a more manageable wind for us as we go through the rest of the day today, and these winds will only continue to decrease as we go through the remainder of your afternoon. Here's where temperatures sit right now. Sandusky, Mansfield, our coolest spots at 37, 41 in Cleveland, Akron 43, New Philly right now 48, Youngstown area still at 49, and you can really see where that warmer air still sits down to our southeast. It's where we're actually seeing just a little bit more of that sunshine as this next cloud deck continues to roll in. But it is going to take some time to really see these clouds thin out appreciably. That's why we're saying wait really until tomorrow to actually get a bit more of that sun in here. You can see it starting to work in just west of Chicago. So that's the sign of what's to come for us as we wrap up the work week. We'll walk you through the ups and downs of our temperatures coming up. And some meatballs and all for our forecast here as we go through the rest of the day today. Certainly the clouds, yes, but it is going to eventually decrease as we go through the remainder of this afternoon. Folks down to our south and to our east certainly enjoying some of that sunshine right now, but just know this cloud deck that the rest of us are dealing with is headed your direction here as we go through the rest of this morning. So we are going to watch for more breezier conditions still to stick around. Not nearly as windy as where we were yesterday, but it's enough to help solidify that temperature mid to upper 40s, close to about 50 degrees. And then it's really tomorrow and then eventually into Friday that we really get to soak in more of that sunshine. Temperatures actually going to be pretty seasonable for this time of the year, into the upper 40s, right around low 50s degree range. So keep that in mind. It's going to be a little bit cooler than, say, what we've been used to throughout the month of March, but it is still going to be a bit more seasonable. The rain that rolled through yesterday, that now sits along the East Coast. We've got this little batch of cloud cover that's basically just hugging the Great Lakes region right now. And once this starts to clear out, that's when we can talk about better opportunities for us to see a little bit more of that sunshine mixing in. But good news for us, with the cloud cover that's in place, there is no rain chance in the forecast. So it's really just us waiting on these clouds to continue to thin out. Your future view, pretty optimistic that this may happen as we go through the later parts of this afternoon. And I'd certainly think a couple peaks of sunshine not off the table, but we may still have a little bit more of that low cloud cover still lingering across the area later today. You'll notice our lakeshore a little bit cooler, especially with that west wind coming in. Places to the east like Menor, even out towards Ashtabula, likely looking more so like the low to mid 40s later this afternoon. But areas that can work in a couple peaks of sunshine and are just a little bit farther south of the lakeshore could easily see upper 40s right around lower 50s. Then we translate into tonight, and it's going to be a relatively clear night for us. Temperatures eventually will dip into the 30s to near 40, and you'll notice that as that sky starts to clear, we finally get that temperature to respond a bit better as well. Still technically below average Thursday into Friday, but by Saturday the mid 50s start to come back, and this does indicate a big pattern change for us as we look ahead towards your Easter weekend. So that is something to consider, especially if you've got travel plans, you're going to see family, or maybe you're just getting a head start on some of those Easter activities. We will have some showers here locally to battle temperatures again mid 50s, but it does look like we clear things out by Sunday before another rain chance comes in early this next week. We'll talk more about that more active track for us for your holiday weekend in the next half hour. Backside of a cold front that rolled through yesterday, so temperatures are going to chill at least a little bit as we go through the rest of the day today. You'll notice places like Sandusky, Mansfield, 37 degrees, and certainly you can tell by just the colors on this map where some of that warmer air still sits down to our south and east. The farther north, the farther west you are, the cooler we are going to likely stay as we go through the remainder of this afternoon. But you'll notice places like Youngstown, 49, New Philly, right around 48. This is kind of where we're trying to trend trend a little bit more so as we go through the next couple of days. So enjoy the sunshine. This is our live look from New Philly. Outside, you can certainly see we're getting a little bit more of that blue sky. If you're farther north, you're done with the sun, at least for now. You're dealing with more of those clouds, and that will likely be the case as we go through this afternoon. But you'll see temperatures really trying to improve. A lot of us are going to try and make it back into the mid 40s at least, if not even close to the upper 40s as we go through the rest of the day today. It's all going to depend on how much of that sunshine we can really work back in later through the afternoon. But of course, with the big weekend coming in and folks trying to get outside maybe to enjoy some of the spring blooms, I know down in University Circle we're waiting for a little bit more of those cherry blossoms to come up, and you will have plenty of time to do so. But we also have other big events going on, like Easter egg hunts here as we go through the holiday weekend. Temperatures Friday to get the holiday weekend started, really not all that bad. Temperatures are going to be into the lower 50s. We're actually going to be tracking quite a bit more of that sunshine across the area as well. So if you're traveling for the weekend, Friday is a great day. Saturday, maybe not so much. We've got a little bit more of that rain that's going to be working its way in. But the good news is this clears out of here pretty quickly. So for folks wondering what it's going to be like looking ahead towards Easter Sunday, this is just a quick preview of what we can expect. You'll notice temperatures in the morning, certainly a little bit cooler. So if that's when you're doing some of those Easter egg hunts, you'll definitely want to make sure the kiddos have a couple of those extra layers. But you'll see that we transition to just a little bit more sunshine as we go through the day before eventually wrapping up the afternoon, upper 40s, if not close to 50 degrees. This is more so the trend. How long, though, it'll stick around, plus tracking some of those rain chances. We're going to give you all the new data coming up.